This program and its contents are designed for information and educational purposes only. This program does not render medical advice or professional services and is not intended to be a substitute for professional care. The information provided here should not be used for the purposes of diagnosing or treating a medical or psychiatric condition. If you have or suspect you may have a health problem, consult your healthcare provider.
Hi, welcome to Positive Momentum TV. I'm Diane. Talked about is the emotion mind, the rational mind, and the body. And everything pretty much the body will respond to. And the quickest way to get your body to respond and to calm down is by breathing. Yes, we say breathe. There is a better way to breathe when you're in an anxious moment. And I'm going to demonstrate. It's like, okay, let's say I'm having an anxiety moment. I just put my hand on my tummy and kind of blow that breath out. And then slowly, deliberately count to 6 on the inhale. And then 6 on the exhale. And I can feel myself, just as I'm doing this, calm down. Mm-hmm. Now, you had a good point this morning. I'd like to let you take it. So.
Well, we talked about this breathing part in recent days. And actually last night I woke up and a lot of stuff was going through my mind. And I was just getting worked up, and I was like, this is going to be very hard to get back to sleep. Mm-hmm. And it was about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not sure why, but I remembered what you said about the breathing part. So I tried it. And just in a matter of a couple cycles, I went back to sleep, so I attest it works for me.
But like you said, also this morning is you got to remember to do it, and you're in the middle of an
That's
emotion
the hard part,
mind.
yes.
It's not necessarily going to remember. You're not going to remember things, and that's why the toolbox is nice to have handy. You don't know what's going to work when, and you may just grab the first thing out of it, first thing that comes to mind, and don't hit the person that says breathe. It's hard not to sometimes because you're so aggravated. Going, okay, I'm freaking out here. Don't tell me to breathe.
Yep.
But one of the other really interesting facts I found out recently is an emotion will only last 90 seconds if you don't refire or rethink about it. And that means, okay, I see a snake. I'm scared, and you don't go, oh my God, what if that snake, that's refiring it. Yes. But if, you just, and it's hard because it's automatic, you're back to time traveling. What if, or I remember, and we're not busy being in the now. If we can
But the breathing part kind of interrupts that cycle. Yes. And instead of spiraling downhill and getting just worked up and more worked up, it breaks that cycle, it calms you down, and actually in a shorter amount of time gets you through the moment of being fearful right. Or anxious.
It brings you out of emotion mind because you got this, your body responds. Let's say I'm lousy at responding to heat. Heat causes me anxiety because the body's temperature's going up and the anxiety goes, oh, something's different. It's kind of like a rooster. I just found out too, so much cool stuff. A rooster doesn't crow because the sun's up, because it's morning time to wake up. Rooster crows because it's something different. Apparently chickens have a really short memory. So, and the rooster's protecting its hens. So the sun's coming up and it's going, hey, something's going on, be warned, be warned. It is what it is. And it's just, that's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I kind of derailed a little bit. I got all excited about the rooster thing. Where was I?
We're talking about breathing and breaking the cycle.
And going to rational mind, okay?
Yes.
So basically, we have the emotion mind and the body and the rational. If we do our breathing, it brings us out of emotion mind so we can get to the rational and say, okay, challenge this truth. Is there really something, is that snake really going to come up and crawl up my leg?
But you're not going to be able to do that when you're emotional.
Right, that's why you do the breathing or other tools to get yourself calmed down. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, we're a week away from travel.
Right.
And, you know, my motion mind is going, ah, you know, and I'm going out the flight aware and I'm stalking flights going over there. So this flight's like, okay, okay. Oh, it's shorter than I thought it was, you know, and just doing all this. And I have to remind myself, I'm not in that plane right now.
No.
The truth is, I'm watching someone, you know, I'm watching an icon of an aircraft across a map. I'm not even watching the aircraft. So it's getting to the real, the truth. And so I stopped.
So how did you feel about that?
How do I feel
When you were watching it go across the ocean, and how did you feel? What was your reaction?
It's halfway there. Okay, it's not going to get there till 4:30 our time, but it's 11, you know, and I'm like, you know, but all of this. And actually, I went and saw a psychiatrist this week to get some medication to help me do this, which is another issue I have. I have a problem with medications. But he goes, you know, he said something about you miss your flight, and I'm going, I'll miss my flight? He goes, you're tricky. We really got to watch you. Well, the point is, I've been doing this for so long. You know, it's like your mom with Alzheimer's. You know, she may be at a point where she doesn't remember stuff, but she's been doing certain habits so long that she knows how to automatically plays the game. And I don't want to, I'm quoting the game.
It's just what she knows.
What she's automatically used to doing, she still can do. You know, you say, oh, we have this, oh yeah, I remember, blah, blah, blah. When really, you know, whatever she states is nothing, but she still plays the game.
Yep.
I do the same thing with the angst. You know, it's like, oh, now I know another way to be able to miss this flight or do this or get out of that. That's how the brain works. And another thing I found is I'm hardwired for this.
Yes.
People, you know, for me, it's part of it's genetic, and we talked about the predisposition versus, you know, people who don't have the genetic history of, for the lack of a better word, crazy in their family. You know. So it just makes it, you know, the cocktail was right. I had an explosive situation here. I have an explosive, you know, situation which kind of triggered this. So it went, wee, you know, hugging jacket, rubber room, you know. A little Velcro would be kind of fun, you know.
Stick yourself up on the wall.
Yeah.